Yes. Today begins a new order. Your lands, your possessions, your very lives will gladly be given in tribute to me. In return for your obedience, you will enjoy my generous protection. In other words, you will be allowed to live.
Yeah. Freedom's been overthrown by skull and bone scrolling key lunatics, upside down crucifix on their rosary. It's the home of the brave, land of the supposed free, and trilateral commission expeditions overseas. Opposing me's a socially accepted secret known to me. The Jason group mistakes the truth as its golden fleece. Am I supposed to believe Masons who have a mixture of Satan and Catholic scripture, trading some gas to Hitler? Should I believe when your forefathers Jack the Ripper and you worship statues in the forest and practice Wicca? I've seen it unfold. Summer season, reading a scroll, translating Mason, speaking in code at Bohemian Grove. Prince Bernard of the Netherlands left some evidence, and the Bilderberg shows our presidents ever since. Veteran Illuminati invaded the Scottish Rite, denounced God and Christ, worship man and forgot the lights. So I gotta fight, cause I don't care how it sounds. The CIA planning C4 to bring the towers down. Planes hit, a weapons spawn, tracking us with echelon when video exists of a missile hitting the Pentagon. What a masterpiece, the past repeats, it's never gone. In daddy's footsteps, Junior reenacts Desert Storm like let's get it on. Act righteous, cause a fast crisis, double gas prices, and blame the fact we tax hiked it. But observant optics can see through a vermin's logic to just turn a profit and fatten Halliburton's pockets, making Satan's fire lakes out a higher place. So this time I break, there's only so much I can take. Here's the truth, we the people have been seeing your attempts and realize we the ones you declared war against. Here's the truth, I refuse to have you controlling me with my faith in a bunch of snakes I just don't believe. Here's the truth, we the people have been seeing your attempts and realize we the ones you declared war against. Here's the truth, I refuse to have you controlling me with my faith in a bunch of snakes I just don't believe. The Holy Roman crown is sacred, and it seems the house of David left black nobility and Jesus somehow related. Black don't refer to the color of these cowards' faces. Their powder-pasted skin makes them the proudest races. Illuminated lineage of lonely chromosomes, known for seeking the return of the Holy Roman throne. Committee of 300, calling shots close to home, tapping in your mobile phones, matching up your vocal tones. It's your darkest beliefs started with Harvard's elite and Yale's fraternal orders, marketing the market of beasts, deceiving as a demon, playing the part of a priest. Habsburgs causing famine while we starve in the streets. Old school psychology, facing fate or numerology, the newest colony and Lucifer's future prophecy. An aristocracy with souls in the devil's hands, an architecture plan, city streets designed as pentagrams, hitting cams on every inch of this blessed land. A very chip GPS attached to your genetic strands. But I'll be damned if I allow some coward to drown me in the powers he proudly learned from Aleister Crowley. Cause out of my county on the turnpike, word life, there's Nazi propaganda promoting Bush's Third Reich. Turn right at the left wing and find these cult leaders, then expose FEMA before you take the fall like cold fevers. No Geneva Convention peace treaty will be safe when the elite make a one world government police state. I know y'all relate and even I hope I'm wrong, but I know I'm not, cause I know what the fuck is going on. Here's the truth, we the people have been seeing your attempts and realize we the ones you declared war against. Here's the truth, I refuse to have you controlling me with my faith in a bunch of snakes I just don't believe. Here's the truth, we the people have been seeing your attempts and realize we the ones you declared war against. Here's the truth, I refuse to have you controlling me with my faith in a bunch of snakes I just don't believe.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet.
Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter, that is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
I'm starting off fresh and I feel good. I look good. I smells good. I am good.
and a TGIF. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the IRONWORX right here on freeworld.fm. It's finally quieted down around here. If it weren't for the dang fireworks last night, well, that's yesterday evening, and then it just started storming. So once the fireworks finally settled down, then the thunder and lightning rolled in. So that was a thing. How about you, fellas? How was your day of independence?
There was one?
Exactly. They've allowed you to have a day of independence. How was it? Mine too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
No, we didn't do anything. We never really do anything for the 4th because, you know, it's a big joke and it's hot here. So it makes it easy not to do anything. It was actually cool yesterday, cool enough for us to take off and go to a nearby town and do some things, some shopping, and just get out of here for a while because it's been remarkably hot here. So it's not worth going anywhere. You know, every time we left, it was to go deal with the estate sale, which, knock on wood, is over this weekend. Finally, all of that is what I'm being told. We'll see how that goes, but that's what I'm being told. But yeah, occasionally I would hear a distant firework go off, kind of thing. You know, like we're here in a parish where it's illegal, so that helps, I guess. But that doesn't stop anyone. You just drive to the next parish over, Iberia, and you can buy them on the side of the road. And that's how it's always been here growing up. You couldn't get them here. You couldn't.
That's crazy.
Shoot them
like
here and drive.
Well, parish thing?
Yeah, like a county. Yeah, it's a county. Yeah.
Get this.
Wow.
Check this out, Zach. So I'm in Jefferson County, which is just south of St. Louis County. And in St. Louis County, you can't have fireworks at all. But if you go west of St. Louis County, it's to St. Charles County, which is where I moved from. And in St. Charles County, you can have fireworks, just not bottle rockets.
Right. I love when they start getting into all that shit. Only ground where only this. It's like, well, yeah, okay. That's policeable.
Well, for St. Louis County, it's a bit policeable because my brother-in-law is a St. Louis County Sheriff's deputy. And every year, as he confiscates fireworks from people in St. Louis County who's not supposed to have them, he takes them back home, and we have one great big fireworks celebration because he's got a trunk full of confiscated fireworks.
That's great.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, it was weird because where I grew up, they were just always legal. I mean, like M80s were allegedly illegal, but people still got them.
Right. Well, that's how it was in central Mississippi when growing up. It was only moving. Once my dad was here in South Louisiana, and I came here for, I don't know, probably the first time it affected us was probably a New Year's thing during a Christmas vacation. And we would literally just go to get them on the 4-lane and drive out to the bayou side or the levee or wherever and have a blast, always. And then over the years, it would, vary, I guess, to the amount of people who would actually make that trip out of the area to go get it and then bring it back in here. Even there was a period in the mid-90s, late 90s, as I was starting to work at the casino there on the reservation, which is within the parish, you could go to a person's back area of their house, drive down their driveway, and there was a big store, quote unquote, which was basically a fancy storage shed that they had turned into a fireworks store that you could go to the reservation within St. Mary Parish, get your fireworks, because you were no longer in St. Mary Parish. You were on the sovereign nation of the Chitimacha. So Yeah, it's all a bunch of fucking hoo-ha, and I'm sure whoever gets their pockets greased is how it rolls. And yeah, it's never caused us any issues. We've never been stopped, never been approached, never had a cop pull up. So we've had our independence going a while now.
It was weird because Illinois didn't allow fireworks at all. So we'd always have our family from Illinois. They'd come over for the 4th, and we'd go nuts. But yeah, this used to be my favorite holiday. I love the 4th of July. And now, like you said, Walter, now it's just, now that I know, it's just like, what am I celebrating again? I mean, don't get me wrong. We are one of the freer countries. But still, you know. I mean, I've watched freedoms go away in my lifetime. I don't know. Wasn't a bad day for me, though. I got a lot of my tube done. Got all the gizmos and gadgets for it. Did some welding yesterday. Been a while. I got a lot of grinding to do.
Yeah. Takes a minute to get that stuff back smooth again.
Yeah. And I'm just spot welding. I'm not really like welding.
Right.
I'm just nuts and bolts welding them together so I can weld that onto the pipe and then be able to bolt a piece of wood to one end of it. It's fun though. I love making stuff. Only broke 8 drill bits.
It's nice. You're doing good.
And man, making a 1/4-inch threaded hole was kind of scary. Going up with a drill, 7/16 drill. That's a big one. On a piece of steel. Yeah, that thing don't stop smoking ever. Like, it just smokes.
Is that what you tapped it to, was 7/16?
Well, a 1/4-inch, but you use a 7/16 drill, and then you got to go in there with the tapper and do the rest by hand, which was real fun in 95-degree heat. We'll just put it this way. There's a lot of sweat, my sweat, imbued into that thing.
Hey, Farmy.
I am a part of it.
Whatever that was. Thank you, sweet. I said, hey, that's what just happened in chat.
Did anybody get a chance to listen to Dave Weiss over there on Roseanne yet?
I did.
How'd he do?
That was pretty good.
Well, good.
Her son was real, not negative at all. Really nice guy. And Roseanne's she's pretty cool. But as Dave is, like explaining it, he was starting to wrap his head around it. They both were. And yeah, they're just, really good hosts. Whether or not they believed everything Dave said or not. I love Roseanne, dude. She's hilarious. She's just got no filter and just goes. Yeah. But no, I thought it went really, really well. Definitely worth a watch. Dave was sending people over to Rumble because it was being premiered on Rumble, like live. And I'm sitting there trying to set it up and got to verify this and verify that and do this and do that if you want to comment. And right as I'm done doing all that crap, that thing stopped at like 21 minutes or something like that. So I sent Dave a text like, dude, I got through all the stuff and it stopped on Rumble. And then it's on YouTube too. You can just go to YouTube. It wasn't premiering where there was chats and stuff like that going on. But yeah, here YouTube has a Roseanne bar and Dave's on it. It's about an hour and a half. Good listen. It was just really good conversation they had.
You have to drop me that link.
And she's open to like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'll get it right now for you.
Yeah, I went and checked the Rumble and saw that it had been removed, but that it was still on Spotify and iTunes, I think is what they call it. Apple Music, one of them.
Copy the link. I will drop it in chat for the folks.
Yeah, it's another one. Makes me wonder. Just makes me wonder. Like, you think she was just playing dumb a little bit?
You should have heard some of the stuff that she like, because David was saying stuff about Antarctica and Admiral Byrd, and he had just heard not that long ago from some guy that lived down there that there are millions of people in Antarctica living in giant cities. And Roseanne was like, I've heard that too. Like, didn't skip a beat. Like, yep, I've heard that too. I was like, what? I never heard that. So it's neat hearing stuff coming from her as she's in a different circle.
Mm-hmm.
One that none of us have ever been in. And there's a few things where she was like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. Whoa. But yeah, no, Dave did awesome. Like, because her son started off by saying, I think this is stupid, yada, yada, yada. I'm open-minded and all that, but I just, me, this just seems stupid.
I'm open-minded, but that's stupid. You're stupid. It's all stupid. You hear that?
I mean, I thought I was open-minded until I heard Flat Earth too.
Me too. I just think it's funny to hear it.
Yeah. But no, like halfway through, it was starting to click with him a lot more. And he was having more and more questions. And Roseanne, it's great because I believe it's her and her son interviewing people. And he'll start asking a question, and Roseanne will just jump right in and cut him off and be like, well, I want to hear about this. Reminds me of my mom.
But I mean, like, in regards to Flat Earth, I just find it hard to believe, given Iron Realm being who Iron Realm is, that Walt gets a follow from Roseanne Barr like 8 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Early on.
And that she still has so little knowledge. I think she gets it better than she lets on, is my guess.
Oh, yeah. I didn't
doubt it.
When I say play dumb, that's what's sort of what I mean. I think she has a better grasp, understanding, and acceptance of what Dave is talking about more than she would be willing to let on. Because, like I said, you don't subscribe to Walt Flat Earth Head over on, or Facebone777 over on Twitter.
Yeah, it was just Flat Earth Head over on Twitter. It wasn't even a Walt involved.
Yeah, just weird. It's good stuff.
Yeah, but I thought the interview went real well. Got a lot of the main points out there on what we can test, and then everything else is speculation, but here's some speculation type of thing. Yeah. Her son was having trouble wrapping his head around the sun being smaller and closer. And then once he got that, then Eratosthenes clicked in for him, and all this other stuff started clicking in. But yeah, I thought it went really well.
Sweet, I'll be curious to see what kind of numbers she puts up. Be curious to see if she keeps comments turned on for the YouTube video.
Yeah. Let's see, comments are on. 1.5K comments, 2.8K thumbs up, 22,000 views so far.
So there is a YouTube link?
Yeah.
It's here in this
very
chat.
First video on her channel.
Okay, so I thought she just had a podcast that was not video. So she has a YouTube account?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is here in the chat to this call, Trav.
Heard.
How was your day of alleged independence, Travis?
I tried to get some work done, but it was a holiday, so it's been really slow anyway. But I tried to work in the morning and try to see what was going on in the afternoon. But basically, I was just flying solo yesterday.
Right on. I figured you'd be hauling people back and forth to fireworks displays and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought too. I signed on around 4:00 and it was just dead. Nothing was going on. There was like maybe once or twice something would come up, but the rates weren't worth it for me to go out. It was just really, really slow.
Yeah, there was nobody out on the road yesterday. I went to the hardware store, like 3 different hardware stores. I think it was 4 trips altogether. And there was nobody out. I pretty much owned the road. I didn't have to go to any stop light to turn left and all that kind of crap. I just, yeah, it was nice and quiet around here yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of trips that came up there where I could go down to Baltimore, and I would have made decent money on those trips. But once I got down there, I was just like, I don't even know how busy it'll be to make it worth it to go down and sit around. So I just basically tried to stay in my county yesterday.
Cool. Oh. Yeah.
Zack.
Does anybody what about like Guam or Puerto Rico? Do they celebrate Independence Day? I'll have to look this up.
I'm sure. I know if I were trying to brainwash masses, I would want all of the masses to be brainwashed into just how appreciative they need to be of me allowing them independence, including all the Virgin Islands and Guam. All the territories of the U.S. need to know how appreciative they need to be to the U.S. government.
So it says, our Dia de la Constitucion looks a lot like the American barbecues on July 4th. And while both pay homage to the beginning of our institutions, Puerto Ricans don't celebrate independence. Huh.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird thing to not celebrate. Like, I can think of a whole lot of things that I don't want to celebrate. Independence is just a weird one to add to that list. Celebrate independence? No. Not here in the PR. Nope. Not gonna do it. No celebration of independence here.
No, it says there's been a fringe but intense movement that calls for Puerto Rico's independence has existed since the days of Spanish colonial rule and continued after the United States seized control of the island in 1898.
Right. You're misunderstanding independence. You misunderstand independence, Zach.
Yeah. They're not quite independent. They'd like to be. And then this thing says that they do celebrate, much like it is in the United States. Live music, fireworks. This is according to the Puerto Rico Car Transport blog. And of course, a spin on the food with incorporation of Puerto Rican food. Like the United States, many people celebrate 4th of July in Puerto Rico by spending time with their family at festivals, the beach, or barbecues. So it sounds like there's some people that do and some people that are like, we're not free. Although not an official 4th of July celebration, the annual Cattlemen's Barbecue competition takes place in July. 80 teams, 35 sponsors, 15,000 hungry competitors. Wow. So that's what they do. They barbecue. Never been to Puerto Rico.
Me either.
No, me neither.
And of all the countries, because we had people from El Salvador, Honduras, Ecuador, that I worked with in the factories, I cannot recall anybody from Puerto Rico. Doesn't mean there wasn't, but, you know, they were all very proud of their heritage and stuff like that. So you usually heard where they came from.
You know, now that you say that, I don't know that I've ever met somebody from Puerto Rico. Is that like North Korea? It's just a soundstage somewhere?
Probably. Mm-hmm. So did you see what happened? An infant star creates red, white, and blue fireworks and new James Webb Space Telescope image. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Oh, my fuck. Oh, man, come on.
Patriotic
Of it. I need to feel all American.
You gotta get all the America you can. All right, I'll drop it in here for you. And I'll drop it to y'all in chat if you want to go look at the red, white, and blue star that blew up just in time for 4th of July.
I mean, you know. Oh.
Oh my God.
Well, technically, wouldn't it had to have exploded like thousands of years ago?
That's how you know it's
you how cool cosmic stuff is, Travis, that it could happen that way.
It was ordained by God.
That's why the timing's perfect. Got this in the Skype as well. Well, I can't believe it, but we just about wrapped up a first segment here, gentlemen.
Dang it, we sure did. It was right on it. Good thing you said something.
Pretty good 4th of July freedom songs.
That would have happened 460 light years ago, Travis, just to help you.
Which would have put Walt at about 2 years old.
No, that's it. Right, that's in the article. Yeah, you're right. I remember that happening.
But it blew up on the 4th of July, right? That many years ago?
Well, I don't know that it was exact. I don't know if it blew
or
up.
Did James Webb just find it right now?
It's just now visible. Yes, to the James Webb Telescope. I wonder how much longer it would have taken for us to see
in November.
Yep, could have happened in November. Or what if the James Webb Telescope hadn't been in that exact location?
Could have happened in September then, maybe, you're saying?
I mean, it could have happened in May. 416 light years.
Or in one of those dark months that we don't ever see. Maybe it came from dark time. Oh, I shouldn't say stuff like that. I'm going to give them ideas.
just in case anybody has a clear sky tonight, I think that tonight's going to be the waxing crescent for the new moon. So keep your eye out. Just about 30 degrees. Probably late, like dusk. It's a real. I find it a really intriguing exercise to watch for Luna to make her appearance, because she just shimmers into existence. It's like you can't see her, and then all of a sudden there she is. You're like, where'd you come from? And she's just there.
It is crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I unmuted all this time talking to the cat?
Just talking to the cat. All right, then stick around. We shall be back now that we've done the damn thing. Knocked out that first segment here on the IRONWORX freeworld.fm. Head on over there. We got the good chats. And we'll be back right after this. Don't you worry, Craig. I do see you over there. Don't let this throw you off. God, I haven't heard this song in forever.
Well, the eagle's been flying slow, and the flag's been flying low, and a lot of people saying that America's fixing to fall. But speaking just for me, and some people from Tennessee, we got a thing or two to tell you all. This lady may have stumbled, but she ain't never failed. And if the Russians don't believe that, they can all go straight to hell. We're gonna put her feet back on the paths of righteousness, and then God bless America again. And you never did think that it ever would happen again. In America, did you? You never did think that we'd ever get together again. We're damn sure fooled you. We're walking real proud and we're talking real loud again. In America, you never did think that it ever would have happened again. From the Sound up in Long Island, out to San Francisco Bay, and everything that's in between them is our home. And we may have done a little bit of fighting amongst ourselves, but you outside people best leave us alone. Cause we'll all stick together, and you can take that to the bank. That's the cowboys and the hippies, and the rebels and the Yanks. You just go and lay your hand on the Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I think you're gonna finally understand. And you never did think that it ever would have happened again. In America, did you? You never did think that we'd ever get together again. We damn sure fooled you. We're walking real proud and we're talking real loud again. In America, you never did think that it ever would have happened again. And you never did think that it ever would have happened again. In America, did you? You never did think that we'd ever get together again. Well, we damn sure fooled you. We're walking real proud and we're talking real loud again. In America, you never did think that it ever would have happened again.
I never thought that the Sherlock School one spring.
I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start. I'm the start. I'm the start. I'm the start.
Who want a piece of the deep south? Sitting sideways in the backwoods with my cat out. I'm famous now, so I gotta be about it. If you pull up at my crib with problems, everybody dying. Motherfucker, cause I'm that motherfucker. If they kill me, hip-hop changes my holler voice, make it muddy. Silverado full of buddies, early 2000 is something. Got the south side jumping, the Jason Voorhees a stunt. Killing rappers overall and overalls in the country. Bubba Church in this bitch, you know these home hitters get released. I'm the son of the South, hip-hop, cotton mouth. I'm leading the pack in the future, Artie and Ralph Church.
Backwood shine, truck rust my shrine. Burst of a new breed, I'm a prime design. Soul of the holler, southern landy tide. Even got the trees talking, heard through the grapevine. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline.
To my young guns in the rust buckets, bumping hip-hop in the country. Your redneck won't stop you after I'm done running this shit. Never again will the game say you don't belong in a lane. Next time they see a country boy, they'll respect the style and slang. And when you smile at your enemy, let them see your long fangs. Yeah, we down from the holler, we don't know about gang. We be on them wang. Bad boy, rooster game. Till death do our part like white hackles with long legs. Throw the corn inside the shed and watch history get fed. As the deepest south rapper left the barnyard for dead. Ended up a great with feathers sharper than a Dixie genius. Ain't no making what we are, no stitching in what's already seamless.
Backwood shine, truck rust my shrine. Burst of a new breed, I'm a prime design. Soul of the holler, southern landy tide. Even got the trees talking, heard through the grapevine. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline.
Ah, you breaking my balls here, huh? You breaking my balls.
You dumb bastard.
And welcome back. I'm not quite sure where that was coming from, but I just turned it down anyway. Second half of the first half of the Ironworks kicking off right now. Yep. I'll do this all morning, folks. I'll just sit here. I don't care.
Gosh.
No, I hear you now. But I'm just not used to having Skype on its own line. So whenever I panic and freak out and just turn everything down, I forget that Skype is on its own line and I turn it down too. So that's why I can't hear anybody, is because I've already turned it down.
I'm hearing a bit of an echo.
Oh, I do too now. It's gone. Hello.
Yeah.
Test. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sing us a song or something. Do a trick. You're
So
fucking
the first commercial space flight mission with a spacewalk now has a launch date. It'll be the second space flight for billionaire Jared Isaacman. They're calling it Polaris Dawn. Part of a private human spaceflight program funded by billionaire Jared Isaacman will launch no earlier than July 31st. Isaacman and Musk, whose company will provide Polaris Dawn's Dragon capsule and Falcon 9 rocket, have not yet put statements out on social media. They plan to conduct the first ever spacewalk with bespoke SpaceX spacesuits made for the effort, along with a raft of experiments, a raft of them. So it's going to go about 435 miles above Earth, which that's pretty close to the highest yet. And the highest altitude crew flight since the Apollo moon missions in the 60s and 70s. And they're going to go out there in those little spacesuits. They're not like they don't even have a box on their back. Like, it's those spacesuits that Elon was showing off. I don't know. These guys might have a bad day. I mean, come on. We know it's not going to be real. Polaris Dawn will be the first of a trio of missions of the Polaris program, all funded and commanded by Isaacman. The Shift 4, so he's the commander also? The Shift 4 founder also helmed and bankrolled also. Excuse me. Oh, that one snuck up on me. The all-civilian Inspiration 4 launch in September of 2021, which raised $250 million for St. Jude's Children's Hospital research. And mission includes retired United Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Scott Kidd Poteet as pilot, mission specialist Sarah Gillis and Anna Menon, both SpaceX operations engineers. The complexity of the mission, blah, 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 required delays during development. So this was supposed to happen in 2022. And the most recent major delay was in February of 2024. Pushed the projected April launch into summer. Right. Blah, blah, blah. It's got to be safe and effective and all that stuff. Necessary development time to ensure safety of blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then it just goes on to talk about, nothing really. So, what are the odds? Is this going to happen? July 31st? No takers. Walt saying 0. I see a 0 and a thumbs up. He's on kitty duty right now. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, 0 sounds about right.
And I haven't seen like any of this. Well, I don't really watch the news, so I really wouldn't see it on the news, but a Tesla mega fan receives 2 subsequent Cybertrucks that completely fail. He told them, "Don't try to fix this truck anymore. Just send a replacement from Texas ASAP." And then he's got pictures of both of them being hauled away from out in front of his driveway. Now, what other company has had so much fallout and is still successful like this?
Well, it's offset by
Dude,
the
we're going to
space
Mars.
travel.
I don't care what you're saying.
There you go. Exactly. SpaceX gets to offset the failures of Tesla. I mean, sure, maybe you can't drive a car here on Earth, but by God, you can launch a rocket and it can land all
You
by
can launch
itself.
one. Fucking A, buddy.
Yeah, the very next line sums it all up. And even after months of service center hell he had to endure, he's still Elon's #1 fan.
I heart my Stockholm syndrome.
Yep. Even the replacement truck eventually had to be towed away. And he reached out to Tesla CEO Elon Musk for help. Right. Because everybody just gets Elon's home number, right?
Right, it's in your kit inside the glove box over there when you get it in the driveway.
But Elon replied to him in a tweet on
Or is it
Monday.
like a bat phone in the car? You just pick it up and it goes straight to his office, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, he got, we'll get it fixed pronto. Musk replied in a Monday tweet, which made Lamar just melt and completely forget about the months of hell Tesla had put him through. Jeez, oh
His sphincter
jeez.
just went all a twiver.
It's a baffling reminder of just how much pain Tesla fans can endure without questioning the company's infamously shoddy workmanship.
All right,
Wow.
guy. I'm not.
Really? Jeez. And it's not even all the same stuff. He had a ripple in his windshield.
That's
Sagging
fine.
Isn't that
headliner
just like a
truck.
ripple in space-time, though, Zach? I mean, come on.
What a whiner. My vision's obscured. Whatever, whiner. Just drive it like a man, I guess, as best you can with a Tesla truck. Now I know that's not me. I got y'all popped
That's
up.
not you. I was catching up in chat and got quiet. My bad.
Oh,
Like I do.
that reminds me, I did lose the Tesla truck game too. Seems like I saw one the other day. Looked like it was black,
Oh, you
though, which
finally-
I thought was interesting.
You finally saw one? Then I'm winning because I've never laid my eyes on one of those piles of shit.
Walt wins.
Walt's the wiener.
Hell, man, I had to go all the way to Oregon to see my first Tesla vehicle. So, and that was at the showroom in the mall that we walked to so Paul could show it to me. And I kept going, what are we doing? He's like, well, yeah, they got a showroom over here. And I was like, for what? For what are we doing? I didn't understand why we even cared to go see it. And yeah. And that was kind of like early on before I even realized how stupid he was. And I was just going like, yeah, I don't care. It's a car I don't care about. So why do I care to go see it? Anyway, yeah. I probably saw a couple on the road actually there, maybe even like the next couple of visits. Because during that visit, that's why we had to go to that showroom to show it to me, because there really weren't any on the road. Anyway. Everybody's got their heroes that are idiots, I guess. I used to think Gene Simmons was okay too at one point in my life. So, you know, we're all mind fucked one way or the other.
Oh, yeah. You guys ever hear of Keir Starmer?
I don't know why, but that does ring some sort of bell. What is the deal?
He is set to be the new UK Prime Minister after the Labour Party's election landslide. I know Liz was talking about this with Cami. They were having their elections.
Maybe she is who I heard it through then. That name. Because it did hit some kind of something.
This is the He was elected to lead the Labor Party in 2020, right after the party suffered its worst general election defeat in 85 years. Made it his mission to make the party electable again. 4 years later, after 14 years of government led by the rival Conservative Party.
4 years later, after 14 years. Yeah, I get it, Zach.
Yeah.
That would have made me go, wait, what?
411 of the seats in the British Parliament's 650 House of Commons won by the Labour Party. Conservatives held only 120, a massive hemorrhaging of support for the party that swept the last election. Current Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, I think that's his name, don't know, he conceded, saying voters had delivered a sobering verdict on his Conservative Party, which saw its longtime parliamentary majority eviscerated. Blah, 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 blah. This guy lacks charisma. Blah, 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 blah. The British people's overall trust in politicians is at rock bottom right now. Yeah. Well, I heard a long time ago that, you know, Britain's doing a little better than us as far as economy and stuff like that. But we're all falling off a cliff. We just jumped a little bit faster. Or a little bit sooner. So yeah, we'll see what happens over there. I don't even pay attention to the politics all that much over here. Little bit.
Right.
Now there's all kinds of people calling for Biden to step down after his debate debacle. Did you see? How do they not get his wife for elder abuse?
How did I get everybody walking around next to him for elder abuse?
I know. After the debate, she's out there on TV talking to him like he's 3. You did so good, Joe. You answered all the questions. What? Are you serious? I mean, it's all.
Hey, that's just the way people talk to dumb animals, you know.
Mm-hmm. Or 3-year-olds. You did the pie. You did all the pee in the potty, Joe. All right. Let's go get an ice cream.
Come on, man.
So what do you think are the 5 independent states of America and the 5 least independent?
I believe you.
Okay, so this is about financial dependency, government dependency, job market dependency, international trade dependency, and vice dependency.
Say vice dependency?
Yeah, I'm not sure what vice dependency is.
That's like gambling, alcohol, cigarettes, things you would have as a vice. Prostitution, the things that in Miami, the things that like Sonny Crockett would go after.
The 5th most independent is Vermont. Or no, rounds out, yeah, the bottom of the most independent states. So they're number 5. Has some of the highest financial, governmental, and job market dependency. Blah, 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 blah. 5th least independent is West Virginia. Poor scores for government dependency and vice dependency. A lot of coal mines in West Virginia. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Go ahead,
I was just going to say real quick, this is a totally just random thought, but because you said Miami Vice, Josh, it for some reason triggered a movie that I just watched called Hitman. Just came out this year. It's by one of my favorite directors, Richard Linklater. But the basic premise is that this guy does undercover work as a hitman to then arrest people who are trying to kill their spouses or whatever. So it's a sting operation.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, basically the premise of the movie is that hitmen aren't real. Like, they don't exist. Like, people just like try to find them, and then when they get through and they get enough of a confession from them. But it's a pretty fun movie. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So Wisconsin is number 4 for the most independent. Blah 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 blah. Least. 4th least is Alaska. 3rd most is Florida. Not a shocker. 3rd least is Mississippi. You attest to that, Walter? Colorado is the 2nd most. Find that hard to believe. 2nd least is Kentucky. Yeah, a lot of vices out in eastern Kentucky, I bet. Utah is the most free. And the least, sorry, Walter, Louisiana. So it says you guys aren't independent down there in Louisiana, Walter. What do you guys say about that? Tell them to stick it.
I'm not sure if you're hearing me, but my sound has gone away.
Now I hear you.
There you are.
I guess he's still checking. He may not be able to hear us. Mic works, but possibly not the earbuds.
Ah, I see. So they're saying that Elon Musk's erratic, impulsive behavior puts buyers off Tesla. Not the fact that the cars just break down in the middle of the road, turns it into a paperweight. That's not why. Not the recalls and stuff like that. No, it's because of his erratic, impulsive behavior. Right.
Right. Well, I have an interesting little one that came across the feed here. I'm trying to get it back up. I've already opened it, but I can't get back to it. There we go.
Well, I hate to cut you off there, Walter, but we've only got about a minute left, if that even.
Oh, Lord, you're right. We'll do that after we get back from the other side of this side of the middle of the half of the first and the second, third. There was one?
Mine too. Mine too, Walt. I mean, mine's not as bad as that, but I get you. No, thanks for hanging out with us so far this morning. It's been a great first hour. And a big belated happy birthday to Jess, the Iron Mistress. JG.
Right.
It's good to see you there in chat. I haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Happy corporation formation, belatedly there.
Belatedly. Anyway, stick around. We shall be back for the other second hour of the Ironworks. Coming up right after this.
1, 2, 3. It's time you know your enemy. I will pledge allegiance to hypocrisy or democracy. It's not for me. When we try to change this place, courtroom polls and name our fates. Fantasies of the master race. Our elections they erase. Once upon a time we were all free when we lived in tribal societies. Peace, peace, and harmony, and everything for the good of family. Yeah, cancer people can smoke weed. People voted to be free, but the fascists will decree. It's arresting you and me. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. A president this, a president that represent the ruling class. One says this, one says that. Sounds the same, what choice is that? See, really doesn't work. 1, 2, 3. Coming from the nation of the Cherokee. How do you choose when you don't have a choice? How do you choose when you don't have a voice? Yeah, rich estates and rich respect. Secret power fueled by hate. Democrats, gas for fear. Green stand is the ruler here. Payers appeared and they took it away. And I don't give a fuck about the things they say. Don't mean shit to me. It doesn't work. It's easy to see that it doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. I have seen rolling paws of broken treaties. Your reality produces poverty. Spiritually and a nation of greed. Well, who is working? Who is not? Think folks count well, I think not. Now, doesn't matter what we say, cause things will always go their way. Power to the people, it's just a fantasy, and they sell it to us as an American dream. Power to the people, it's just a fantasy, and they sell it to us as an American dream. Well, your vote counts. 1, 2, 3. Living in democracy. Everybody here is free, cause it's meant for you and it's meant for me. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts. It doesn't work. When they don't like what we say, they stop it in the courts.
It's never too early to learn that the government is a greedy piglet that suckles on a taxpayer's teat until they have sore, chapped nipples.
Wake up, it's a brand new day.
Wake up.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Where everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet.
Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your dad.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
You know, fucking space rocks ripping through fucking space.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the IRONWORX. Right here on freeworld.fm. Make sure I have Skype actually pulled up this time. I think we're doing good.
We got there, Walter. You're getting ready to break our brains.
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, I was answering Regina in chat. about my accent.
Mississippi / Louisiana.
Well, she heard someone on a country music channel that sounded like me, and I told her that I am indeed from the country. It's a bit of
your accent's
Louisiana,
all right.
northern Louisiana, central Mississippi.
Your accent's okay.
A lot of all
your
that.
son. I could listen to your son read stories to me for hours and hours and hours.
Right.
Just has that.
Yeah.
That
He's
IU
got all
draw.
that from his mom's side of the family for sure. They are straight to the point. I think I mentioned how like their area that his grandmother and grandpa are from, Bazil and Mamu, that is as Cajun as it gets. Like that's where they still do the Mardi Gras, where everybody goes in the parade to each house and gets chicken and rice, and
Actually
everybody
does it the right
contributes.
way. Yeah.
Right.
The real Mardi Gras way, not beads and tequila. Yeah, such a cool area, part of the country. If I had to
I'm
pick
not
a
sure
place-
where Towley is from, Post. I'm not exactly sure where. I missed that era, actually, of South Park. I went back and caught 1 or 2 episodes, but I never heard Towley's origin. Zack, do you know?
That episode was on last night, and I didn't watch it.
There you go.
No, I was going to watch it with Jaron, because that's a great episode. The first meeting of Towley.
Yeah, that's probably the one I should see. I don't know that I've seen it. I've only seen ones that he's in.
It's all about a video game system, the Okama video game
Well,
system.
isn't that a good segue? Because interestingly enough, I can't believe these words are about to be read aloud. A video gaming teenager is about to become the first Catholic millennial saint, as the popes and the cardinals approve canonization. So I'm guessing his miracle is his high score, or is that his, like, maybe his...
Aren't you supposed to do 3 miracles?
Oh, you need 3. Well, he probably had a good high score. He could probably hack a game pretty decently. I bet he could do that little flip thing at the bottom of combat where you flip into that corner and pop out the top of the screen. I bet he can do that. So,
in the Bronstein hood, I guess.
Carlo Acutis. Am I saying that correct? Probably not. He died from leukemia in 2000. Oh, well, he's dead, so that's the 3rd miracle. God,
no, it's because he doesn't. It's when he doesn't decompose. Is usually, I think, the 3rd
is
final
that,
miracle.
There it is. There it is. Okay, there it is. So he was renowned for using. So he died from leukemia in 2006 at the age of 15. Renowned for using his computing skills to spread awareness of the Catholic Church. He earned the nickname God's Influencer. Okay. Being recognized as a saint in the Catholic Church takes decades, but the cause of Acutis has moved swiftly. He has developed a devoted following across the world. Often depicted wearing jeans and trainers. Okay, so that statue, of who's the guy with the birds, man? Saint. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help it. So instead of the birds flying down, he'll have like his trainers and maybe he'll have a controller. I don't know. It'll be a cool statue though.
He'll be doing the. It'll be
his story is seen as helpful for the Catholic Church. There you go. It seeks to better connect with the younger generation here in this digital age, and he's become quite popular with Catholic youth groups.
It'll be a tea
So
bag.
now, of course,
The papal tea
What was
bag
that,
is
sir?
how that works. Don't you know, Walter?
Papal tea bag is now Sherry's new password. That may be the last one she ever uses, actually.
Papal tea bag.
Oh my God. If not, then it's definitely going to be a band name. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Papal
Y'all ready?
tea
Hold
bag.
on. Here we go. The church sainthood process normally requires the candidates have 2 miracles, so that third one's gone now. 2 miracles attributed with each alleged supernatural occurrence requiring in-depth examination. So in May, a second miracle. What's the first one? A second miracle was attributed to Acutus, and it was recognized by Pope Francis, no less. But where the fuck is the actual miracle?
So a non-pope?
Don't ask too many questions, you fucking heathen.
Well, where's the fucking miracle at?
No.
I want to know what. This was the second one. They didn't even mention the first one. Now it's the second one, and we don't even get a link. Oh, wait, it does link.
You
It
better
just doesn't
repent.
have. But what's going on?
Aren't popes supposed
It is
to
not going to give me a
calcify?
story. It's not going to tell me the fucking miracles, really and truly. The latest miracle. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's clicked over to another story from a few days ago. Okay. Good Lord. CNN sucks, by the way. It has a website. You want to have 2 miracles attributed to them before they can be counted. The latest miracle. Where's the first one? Well, I don't want the latest one. I want both. I want the whole shebang. Okay. Acutus reported healing of a girl from Costa Rica who had suffered a head trauma after falling from her bicycle in Florence, Italy, where she was studying. Her mother said she prayed for her daughter's recovery at the tomb of Acutus in Assisi. Okay, so I'm a Catholic.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I know.
So he was dead when he performed his miracle.
You have to be dead to be a saint. That's how it works.
Well, no, but when you do your miracle, aren't you supposed to be alive?
Apparently not. Apparently all you got to do is have someone for no fucking reason pray to your tomb. Because who is this person? They went, I'm not going to church or to the priest, to the guy with the big hat. What's his name? Cardinal, that guy. I'm not going to any of those dudes. There's this video game guy died a few weeks ago, and his tomb's right down the road. I'm headed down. I'm going there. That's where I'm going to pray. What the fuck? Okay, oh, wait, here we go. I've been bitching for no reason. Acutus was beautified and declared blessed after his first miracle in 2020 when he reportedly held a Brazilian boy who had a birth. Where you at, David? Who had a birth defect in his pancreas that left him unable to eat food normally. No details, just there you go. Just this sentence, and that's all you get.
You like to
Good Lord.
jump up and down on one foot while he ate. What a weird birth defect.
He enjoyed Halo, Super Mario, and Pokemon, so there you go.
He did the 720 no scope.
Saints be praised. The who?
The 720 no scope. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
So it used to be that a saint is expected to have an incorruptible corpse. So it's supposed to
not decompose,
crystallize. Yeah, it's supposed to turn into crystal. But I guess that's no longer counted as a miracle in the recognition of a saint.
Ah, so that is the third one that they took away.
Yeah, because I always thought that was supposed to be like one of the things. Like after they die, their body, doesn't decompose. It's different than everybody else's because they're so holier than thou.
And that's what usually took so long to get them canonized as a saint, because they had to allow the body to not decompose. Like, it's got to give time to decompose, but not.
Yeah. So they're just changing all the rules. You can eat meat on Friday now. You can get divorced. And now, to be a saint, you don't even have to have your body calcify or be incorruptible as a corpse. Everybody's going to be a saint here pretty soon. It's going to be like,
go ahead.
I was just going to say it's going to be just like everybody gets a trophy here pretty soon. Everybody's going to be saints.
Well, that's kind of yeah. That's
you get a sainthood. You get a sainthood.
It's just
I heard something. Was that you, Trav?
No, Trav's not here.
Oh, I heard it too, Zach. Is when I quit. I thought I thought Josh was playing a sound bite or something. So that whole have no other guys before me, or just went out the window. Yes. I just my brain don't go to like I can't. Okay, number one, I'm not religious anymore in any way, so I guess that's part of it. But even when I was, never did it occur to me that Joe video game really liked church, so let's go pray to that dude. What in the fuck is going on? I don't get it. I'm not Catholic, so I can't say anything about it, I guess.
Catholic numbers are dwindling. They got to find them somewhere, Walter.
They got to do it. They got to do it. You're correct.
That's your payout for getting punked in the Catholic Church, I reckon. No. Just come back here, I promise. I'll make you a saint.
So what would you think if this happened to you? Oh, right, you're working for a company. They don't need you anymore because they're downsizing. So they give you a $30,000 severance package and all that stuff and say, go ahead on your way. We don't need you anymore. But then they call you back and say, hey, we made a mistake. We do need you. And now we want that money back.
I wish Paul was on this call. Oh my God. Because that's what he's going through right now, basically.
What would you say to that, guy?
I don't know that I'd be able to catch my breath to say much of anything. I would be laughing so heartily. I'd say, oh, okay.
Now imagine that this...
But I want a $30,000 a year increase in my salary. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. Now, to change that, this isn't a company. This is the government. And you're a member of the military. So they remove you from the military and give you $30K because you're not needed anymore. And now a federal law has forced thousands of disabled veterans to return the separation incentives they received, throwing many into sudden hardship. So this guy, Vernon Reffitt, he got $30K to leave the Army in 1992. One-time lump sum special separation benefit offered to service members when the U.S. had to reduce its active duty force. Now more than 30 years later, so this wasn't like 2 weeks later, the federal government wants the money back.
Yeah, good luck with
that. They
that.
don't want him back. They just want the money back.
I don't see how that's going to stand. I do not see how that's going to stand in court.
And now they're holding his monthly disability compensation payments he's been receiving for 3 decades until he repays the $30,000.
Yeah, good luck with that.
That is so messed up. I don't get how they could do that.
Happy Independence Day. Woo!
Yeah. Wow. I'd be on fire. 30 years later, really?
How do you create John Rambo? How do you create a society of John Rambos?
Yeah. They do first blood.
Or worse, maybe there's just, still too many vets that are alive and kicking. And they're just trying to figure out ways to reduce those numbers.
Those are the people they fear the most.
Yeah. Last I heard it was like 7 a day. That was last year, maybe.
Well, the number's dropping at least a little bit, it sounds like. Wasn't it up to 21 at one time?
I don't know.
So if you're a pretty good shot, U.S. officials enlist trained shooters to kill 450,000 barred owls, all in the name of saving their cousins from extinction.
Wait, what?
Now, wait a minute. To save the imperiled spotted owl from potential extinction, we're going to go and wipe out another species. They're going to deploy trained shooters into dense West Coast forests to kill almost 500,000 barred owls that are crowding out their smaller cousins. Isn't that like called evolution in their eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's meant to prop up declining spotted owl populations in Oregon, Washington State, and California.
You just explained it all.
By saying
those last three words in that sentence explained it all.
Oregon, Washington, and California.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 4 words.
Well, the and doesn't. Yeah, that's a. You know, and button. R will get you pretty far, right?
Yeah, the Fish and Wildlife Service is turning from protector of wildlife to persecutor of wildlife, said Wayne Pacell with the advocacy group Animal Wellness Action. He predicts it will fail because the agency won't be able to keep more barred owls from migrating into areas where some are killed off. Shooting will likely begin next spring. How much are you going to be paying people? Jeez.
Oh my God. Okay, my brain just broke apart and fell out of my ear. And for not even a reason about what you said exactly at all. It was what got me to go look this up. I'm trying to get it. Finish that story, Zack, and I'll have it ready.
So they want to do 450,000 or whatever, and since 2009, they've removed 4,500. They're not going to be able to do this. Coexistence is possible, some people are saying. The barred owls don't belong in the West. This is Steve Homer with the Bird Conservancy. Killing them is unfortunate, but reducing their numbers could allow them to live alongside spotted owls over the long term. Right. Yeah, as the old forests are allowed to regrow, hopefully coexistence is possible. Hopefully. So that's like saying, well, you have the lion here, and then you have the sheeps over here. And if we just give the lions a bigger area,
right,
kill a few of them, the remaining lions aren't going to go eat the sheep. That's logical, I guess, yeah. That makes zero sense. It's a predator. That is its prey. It doesn't matter how many predators are there, they're going to eat the prey. They're not going to just hopefully start coexisting and be like, hey, I used to eat you, but now I want to be your friend because there's not as much of me around. There's no logic there at all.
Not a lick.
And I get it. We don't want to see, a species go gone to where we don't see them anymore. I understand that. But this is nature. We don't get to decide these things.
Well, you remember when we built all those buildings and drove out the dodo and killed it all? We didn't do that. It didn't happen that way. I'm making it up. That's bullshit. I'm like Malcolm. Nature chose for them to not be here, or whatever he says. But he also said life finds a way. So there you go. It's all cool. Oh, man. How many again? 500,000.
450,000.
Okay, just checking.
That's a lot of birds.
That's a fucking ton of birds, dude. You'd have to have a punt gun. You'd have to have a punt gun to shoot that.
Be a blunderbuss.
Now we know why they had them invented those. Okay, I got to share this, guys. I was jokingly, and I sang a song, and I had to hear it. So I turned to the YouTube, and I looked it up, and this came up. If you're of an age, you grew up here in the Americas, and on Saturday mornings, you were educated by these amazing song cartoons, interstitials between each cartoon, Schoolhouse Rocks. And one of those was Conjunction Junction, which I sang a few phrases of a minute ago. Hold on to everything in your brain. Wait, it's not a black guy singing all these years? What? That is like broken my brain. Because when that conductor sang every fucking time, I thought it was some old jazz black dude from New Orleans.
Can you boost the level on that at all, Walter?
I didn't hear you.
Can you raise the level of that?
I did everything I could pre.
Gotcha.
It's a bad recording. If I send it to you, maybe. It's enough. Y'all just see that it's a guy that's not black singing that song. I'm broken.
I thought that guy was black, for sure.
Of course you did. He sang that. He sang the voice of the Bill. He was a black guy. We all knew that growing up. What the fuck? I'm broken. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And it's definitely him. That's his voice.
Oh, that's him, dude. That's why I tripped. I'm like, hold it. Because I thought when it first started playing, I'm like, well, is this some cover band? What is going on? And then he did it. I'm like, well, that's him. What the fuck? I'm going to send it to you so you can play it or whatever, or not have to, but just have it so your brain can melt.
That's crazy. But that does just about bring us up to the third and final. Taking us into the second half of the second half.
That's the one.
Got something for us there, Josh?
I do. Well, what Walter does.
Nice.
Wait, what did I do?
Did you not drop a song in the chat at some point?
Conjunction. I may have. I don't remember.
No, there's one above.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we were doing America earlier. That's right. Yeah, it's up to you. You can call it. I'm still broken. Like, this has fucked me up. Y'all don't even understand. This has broken me.
Walter has left the building.
Completely thrown off his entire childhood.
Dude, like, I cannot wait for Michelle to wake up so I can show her this, because she loves it. She's got the T-shirt, and we watched the we have the collection on DVD of the whole series so we could watch them. I am broken.
I am broken.
Yeah, play it. Say, picture in your mind the fella singing this song. Now get a load of this. You want to see something really scary?
Are you sure?
Anyway, stick around. We've still got one more segment of the Ironworks coming up right here on freeworld.fm. We'll be right back.
Surely died. Amnesty's time has passed. Time for lies is here at last.
so fed up. How did we come to be so fucked? Hate, fear, hate, death. Our country has got left. Talk to children and them say, Daddy left to get today. For all the sins and mommy lies, future lost before our eyes. The someone's on behind the bars, they wrapped it up and blacked it out. Acid rain fell today, came to wash our hopes away. This is us a land of dreams, now these sheets have turned to green. In the midst of all this, on the ball left to help themselves. Capitalist democracy, why no one set them freedom free? Lady liberty rocks away, no truth, no just the American way. All of us are what we see. A looking glass into our lives. What we watch is what we buy. But all of these are out of whack. Who is this to stab our back? Doesn't it make you mad to a rustle that we pay? This was once a land of dreams. Now these years have turned to green. In the midst of all this, from the poor left to help themselves. Capitalist democracy, why no one set the freedom free? Lady liberty rocks away. No, just the American way. Does it fill you with disgust that there's no one left to trust? Is this happening? Is this real? My body numb, I cannot feel. Are you happy? Are you sad? Or am I living in the past? I have no tears, I cannot cry. No one more for the world that's died. This was once a land of dreams. Now these dreams have turned to green. In the midst of all us, while the poor left to help themselves. Capitalist democracy, why no one set the freedom free? Lady liberty rocks away. No truth, no justice, the American way.
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks kicking off right now. You're on freeworld.fm. You can also find us there on the YouTubes at the ironrealmmedia YouTube channel. Big shout out to Liz the Iron Maiden, who apparently got her her ironrealmmedia hoodie on Wednesday, just after the show, and is very pleased with the quality, which I'm glad to hear.
I am glad to hear, because I know I got an early shirt that we put together, and it was very thin, and I was not impressed, and have yet to order another one of my own.
Yeah, I've got an Ironworks
That's
shirt.
why we upped. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I've got an Ironworks shirt hanging in my closet where the
holes,
everything's fallen off, and the decals just never did adhere properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like the first or second week we had put shirts up, and I went ahead and ordered one, and it was like, so we went back, or I did at some point when they upped the quality, like they had like really limited like choices early on. But as that site grew, they started having like higher quality shirts and all that. So hopefully that's all that we're offering now. We tried to make it be the best shirts you could get on there if they were not too unaffordable, because some of those got ridiculous too. I've just never had looked into the hoodies, so I'm glad to hear they're good, Liz.
She says it's washed well too. Smelled weird when she got it.
Yeah. Gotta watch those like
formaldehyde usually is what that is.
Yeah.
To keep the fabric
Michelle,
from deteriorating. Go ahead.
Dude, like since I've met her, she will go to the store, will shop, she'll try a few things on, be happy with it, come home. I realized she's wearing it the next day before I had a chance to wash it. I'm like, are you kidding? Do you know what all you've got on you right now? Oh, I'll be fine. I'm like, I can't do it, dude. I hate to even try stuff on out in the world because I know what all's on it.
For what it's worth, Liz, I read that as it smelled weird. Not I smelled weird. But when you do wash your hoodies or anything with decals like that, it's always best to turn it inside out.
Inside out. Yep. Laura got a hoodie. She said it's been holding up for over a year. Good. Thank y'all for, number one, thank y'all for doing that. And I'm just glad it worked. What, Sherry, did you hear your password earlier? Were you here? What was it? Papal tea bag? I can't remember now. Damn
That's
it.
exactly what it was. Papal tea
Write
bag.
that down. Ah. Yeah, this shirt that I have on right now, I just got in. It's a Sturgill Simpson shirt, and it's really like retro. Here, I can show you how I'm just talking about it.
Ooh.
It's really retro, but that because it's really retro, the style, it's actually retro. Like it's almost like one of those old iron-on shirts. It's so thick, the artwork. I'm so scared of watching it that it's going to eventually, start.
Oh, dang, that's a good one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Stay up there for just a second.
Oh.
Make it at least a little bit easier for folks to see. That's a good shirt, though. I like that.
Dude, well, I went to go see about the tickets for his new tour. It's happening right now, and saw the shirt. It's from like 2 tours ago. I'm like, well, I don't care if I was there or not. That design is awesome. It's a guitar. Did you notice that?
It surely is.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love it. Retro. It's a guitar. It's him. It's fucking awesome. There's even a date in Mississippi on the back that I would have gone to see if I had known the tour was happening. I will be seeing him in Brandon, Mississippi, if it can work out.
That'd be real nice.
Well, that's going to depend on other people wanting to go. My son wanting to go, and let's go in his vehicle together. So, and him being able to do it because he just missed a lot of time from his surgery. So we'll see how all this plays out. But it's like coming up.
So here's a little funny story for Regina in chat. I don't know where that echo was coming from. That was weird. When we adopted our little dog, the one that's still with us, she was rescued with 2 of her siblings. And they were like underneath the house. They were pretty much feral. They were weaned off their mother too young because their mother died. And they were just the 3 of them trying to survive without mother's milk and just trying to do whatever they could to scavenge and stay alive. And when they were rescued, still a little bit scared, one of them actually nipped and bit the neck of the rescuer. And because of that, they were all given names from the Twilight series. And the way I remember it, like the vampire mom, I think her name was Esme. And that was the dog that we got, was Esme, who was just, completely covered in mange and smelled and was gross. But when we got her, I just started calling her Mez. M-E-Z. Because I knew that if you were to translate Pig Latin into English, Esme would be Mez. So that's what I still call her. Mez.
Who's a good girl?
She's a good girl. She's become even more maniacal, I suppose, since Shibby crossed that rainbow bridge. She's very needy, very anxious, more anxious than she was. She was always a bit of an anxious licker, but now it's even more so. Her need for attention has like doubled, which is insane. So she's just like always there and wanting attention. And she knows that if she annoys you enough, you'll either pet her or yell at her, and then she'll just go away. But she knows that you don't like to be licked necessarily, so she'll lick you just to try to annoy you enough to pet her. But
Hank just comes and he lifts your arm with his nose.
Yeah, that's what she does when she wants your attention. She just wants your attention. That's what she does. Like, hey, pet me. But when that doesn't work, then she knows she needs to annoy you. Like, she needs to do something that's going to make you upset enough to give you that attention that you didn't give her by her lifting your arm up with her nose. And she's got that weird, crazy, big old, strong neck, part chow chow, part.
She have some shepherd in her?
Australian, I believe, not German.
He looks like it. Yeah. Aussie. Beautiful dog. So athletic.
So smart, Australian Shepherds, too. Fucking intelligent.
How many dogs keep up with Hank? The two that have been able to were both females. Esme and that crazy lady's dog up in Detroit. He was a pit bull. But those are the only two dogs that could keep up with Hank running.
I'd like to see what she do.
Yeah, Hank,
she doesn't get to run nearly enough. Esme love Hank too.
Right. Look, Laura in chat saying the cure for that is overwhelming the dog with attention. She will want you to leave her alone then. That's what I do when Bender starts in with his meow and clawing at my leg to go get fed. I'll just start like loving him and patting him, and I'll grab the little brush I keep to groom him with, start grooming him. He's finally like, dude, I'm out of here. Fuck all this. You're bugging me now. So I'm like, right, that's what you're doing to me, little turd. Huh.
I don't know. It'd be pretty hard. Like, I can lay on her, like on the bed. I can just
She's
like,
still digging
hug
it, right?
her and lay on her. Yep, and she just closes her eyes. I mean, it'd be
goes for it, right?
It can be done. You can
It would
totally
exhaust you.
give exactly. I
You have to do
can
it in
give her
shifts,
too
you and
much.
Dixie.
But Jesus, that's the whole reason I just yell at her and make her go away, because it's just so much easier than giving her the attention she requires. Just tough to overwhelm her with it. Just reinforcing bad behavior, in my opinion. Like voting. Anyway.
Right. Well, that's why I don't break down and go feed him when he starts that stuff, so it don't become his like, oh, I can make it happen thing. So he's definitely not going to train me like he's trying to do. And he's the only one that does that. None of the other cats do that. They all are patiently waiting to be fed when it happens. Not the boy.
He's got to go roar at you. Wow.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Minion's starting to sing more and more. Hank's been a singer forever. We do Werewolves of London. And the howling part, me and Cami will howl, and then Hank has always done it. He just right away starts. Arr! But usually, once Hank got tired of howling, he'd start barking, like telling us to shut up.
Like,
That's
stop
when
this. Right. That's what Lilu does at Paul's house. She does that too. She'll do it a few times, and then she's like, stop.
And that's when Minion will start. And he's got like higher than a soprano. Cami just sits there and laughs at him. It's hilarious. It's this high-pitched squeak. And now he's starting to actually sing with it. Before it was just kind of like real sharp, short. Arr, arr, arr. Now he's actually singing with that high-pitched soprano. I'm going to have to record this for you guys. We'll put it on the Patreon. It is so cute. But Hank's getting pretty good. Like, Hank will he stops when the when we stop, and then when it starts up again, right away. Yeah. Oh, they're so much fun. And I tell them all the time. Ever since I did the rice experiment, I mean, I've always loved animals and I've always been nice to animals. But I used to say things to my dog sometimes, like when they would do something wrong, I'd yell at them with that mean voice. Like, quit doing that. You might get a hey or ah. That's more what it is. I don't even say hey, it's ah. And they know that word, that noise means, oh, I better stop what I'm doing and look. But I quit like using my deep, angry voice when I speak. I just do the ah, and then it's okay, come on, guys. Don't do that anymore. Be good boys. Stuff like that. I don't yell at them anymore negatively. I don't want to give them that type of energy. And look what it does to the rice, And I think that's one of the reasons, because I tell them both of them, 10 times a day, how good boys they are and how much they're loved and appreciated around here. Like every time I see them when I'm passing by, you boys are so loved. Love you, love you, love you. And I just say it over and over and over again. But Minion's been to the vet once. Hank's never been to the vet. I wonder if that has something to do with it. I don't know.
Probably so.
Craig saying do that again. I'm not sure what that.
And if you do have to take your animal to the veterinarian, it's probably just because you don't love it enough. If you just loved it a little more, it would have been all right.
No, I know shit happens, But yeah, it's like, I don't know. They don't get sick. They don't get none of that stuff, really. They just seem to be happy and healthy and wanting to play all the time. I think that negative reinforcement is worse than we think it is. I don't know. Yeah, that rice experiment changed me. But yeah, they do definitely make, at least my world, a much brighter place.
Sitting on my amp looking at me.
Yeah, we went.
Oh, his new thing is he's figured out how to turn my amp on, like the switch that turns it on. He's stepped on it a couple times, getting up on it. He turns around because it starts humming because it's not plugged into a guitar. It has like the 60 cycle hum going. He turns around. He's like, "Did I do that?" And he finally figured out that, yeah, I did do that. So I'll be in the other room suddenly my guitar. I mean, my amp kicks on. I'm like, any day now, I'm waiting for the noise of him plugging it in and cranking it up.
Like the intro to Back to the Future. I can see it now.
Right, exactly.
Puts the sunglasses on his face. Goes flying across the room, except it's just your little amp, It's not as big as it would be to him.
Right.
All the flat earth stuff in the background. I've been watching a lot of those stupid cat videos where they'll take like the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex and make it a cat. You know what I'm talking about? They'll like remove the Tyrannosaurus Rex out of the movie and put a cat in its place.
Yeah,
so a big giant cat
facing them around.
I love that stuff. Yeah, cats, dogs, love them. I'd like to make friends. This has always been like, I was thinking about horses yesterday, actually, and how much work, because I went to bed to My Name Is Nobody last night, and the guy's like, throw me 5 sets of those horseshoes. I need 20 horseshoes. man, it is a lot of work to care for a horse. You know, it's a lot of work. And all kinds of horrible crap can happen out there. That's got to be expensive to have a horse. And I thought, you know, I'd like to just be friends with a wild horse, or like a big moose or elk or something like that. And if I really, really, really needed a ride, you know, like life or death, got to get there as fast as I can, I can maybe ask that animal for a ride. But that'd be the only, you know, I think that'd be so cool. To befriend a big wild animal like that, enough to where you could be like, hey, never done this before, but I could really use a ride, dude. I got to get over the mountain, like, pronto. Is there any way you can give me a lift? Just get like a nod, a snort. That'd be so cool.
Well, hop aboard, Zack.
Like Gandalf calling the white horse.
Or the eagles to come save him off the top of the tower.
Eagles. Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, horses are amazing. I know you've spent a lot of time with horses, Josh.
Sometimes.
A lot more time than I have.
Yeah, they're interesting. Also a prey animal. Actually, also a lagomorph, just like a bunny, I do believe.
Really?
I believe. I might be wrong on that, but...
Now, what is that? I don't know if I've ever heard of that term. A lagomorph?
I'm not exactly sure what justifies a lagomorph.
A jackalope?
So, like, when you see the little cartoons during the Easter time, and the little bunny comes up and puts his little bunny print, and you see the little picture of a bunny paw print, and it's got the little pads on there. Yep. Bunnies don't have little pads like that. That's why it's so bad for them to be in wire cages, because they don't have pads on their feet. It's just feet, or just hair. It's bunny fur and skin and a foot. There's no pads to protect it. So it's bad for them to be on the wires. I know that not having those pads, something about lagomorphs not having pads as well, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. What justifies a lagomorph versus the xenomorph? But, you know, it's whatever.
Is it toe related? Like, horses actually walk on their toes. That's what the hooves system of a horse is. Is that what it is? Toe walking?
Could be. Could be. I'd be interested to see. I'd have to look it up.
They don't give much of a thing in the dictionary, at least not this dictionary. It says a mammal of the order Lagomorpha, a hare, rabbit, or pika. I don't know what.
Dude, are you about to tell me Pokemon are fucking real?
Check out the pika, Walt. You'd be surprised. I'm almost positive that there was some involvement into the creation of that particular Pokemon with this particular true life animal, as I recall, from what I remember. Because I was looking at that thing where pregnant women and children eat strange things like dirt and stuff because their body craves a nutrient.
Yeah, my sister did that. Yep, absolutely.
That's also called pika. And I think when I was just looking into that a little bit, I came across the animal, the pika.
It says lagomorphs differ from rodents in both the dentition and jaw structure. Unlike rodents, they have 2 rows of upper incisors, and the upper maxillary arcades lie further apart than the mandibular arcades, meaning that only one side of the cheek can be occluded at a given time. So is that why you always see rabbits with one side of their face all pouched out? Because they can only chew on one side at a time?
Interesting. Yeah, I guess so. They also have a different. Damn it, it went away. Where is it? They have a moderately fused post-orbital process to the cranium, unlike other small animals. Interesting. Yeah, it's not anything to do with the toe walking, though, like I was saying I was looking to, and I don't see that anywhere. So, but I do remember a whole like area of the biology education I had that discussed different modes of locomotion, essentially, that animals possess that have nothing to do with actual feet, like stomach-footed sea creatures that literally walk with their stomach and shit like that.
So even though it's possible,
but those are called. Sorry, go.
Even though it is possible to get hares to mate naturally with rabbits, and even if this were to occur under exceptional circumstances, no hybrid offspring would result because of the evident inability of the rabbit egg to be fertilized by hare sperm. So what's the difference between a rabbit and a hare there, Josh?
There's a lot in the
I
body
think you just split
structure.
differences at that.
Right.
Sorry, bad joke. Bad joke.
You're just splitting bunnies. Yeah, I think
Is it kind of like the donkey and the horse?
I think so. I know that there's some like physiological differences. Obviously genetic, whereupon they can't actually breed. Hiya there, Mike Dornan. Glad to see you there in chat. We've only got about 2 minutes left before we got to get out of here, though.
See one of these pikas.
Tell me that doesn't resemble something that could have been cartooned into Pikachu.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. There's your Pikachu, Walter.
Yeah, I have to have one.
Gotta catch them all. Before we get out of here, everybody, if you haven't heard, there's going to be a Flat Earth Festival coming up this September 27th through the 29th in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It is Flattoberfest once again. It's going to be an outdoor festival, all kinds of cool new toys. Cami and I are going to be bringing. Yeah, it should be pretty fun. I know Ben Balderson I'm excited for. He's going to be doing spagyrics demonstrations and actually making tinctures right there in front of people. Just going through the processes and whatnot. Yeah. Showing how simple it is to make your own medicine, stuff like that.
Well, that'll be awesome.
Very cool stuff. Yeah. And there'll be more announcements to come. Get to see Rick Hummer again. He's going to be there. I missed that guy. He's just one of those old souls that, you know, you meet him one time and it feels like you've known him your whole life. And you can talk to him again and it's not like re-meeting somebody. It's like you've known him forever and it's just like, hey, what's up, man? So I can't wait to see Rick again. But that's going to do it, folks. Love y'all.
That's it. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Love y'all.
We'll see you right back here next week for more of the Ironworks. Freeworld.fm. Until then, be good, be well, do good, and do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.